Hey everybody, Jason here. Monday afternoon, so we made it. Looks like the weekend wasn't too terrible. We're done crying about bond rates. Well, hopefully done. And then, of course, we'll see what happens with the stimulus package as far as what the Senate has to say about that. I think those couple things could definitely affect us and how things are trending right now, should they go sour. So I expect there is potential for a little bit of a downturn here. So today, when I look at my account, we're kind of up 7,000, 8,000, but really about 20 or something like that, 18, just because on Friday there was a glitch that showed that I was up another 10 or 12,000 that I actually wouldn't. If I go back to the weekly right here, it was like right before close, 174. That was about the amount that I had in there. So about 20. I guess it really doesn't matter. Up and down kind of in the meantime. We're looking definitely a lot further out than a week or 2 weeks or a month with any of our plays. So I did take some of my super ridiculously far out of the money credit spreads and move them up just so they're expiring this week, which is definitely unlike me and not one of the normal things that I would do with my strategy. It's just I wanted to be able to collect a little bit more money, and since I moved them a little bit more near term, and I feel since we bounced off that 620 like crazy, I feel like being down in the 400s is a little bit overly safe for where I want to be. So I'm definitely tempering my risk with my reward here. So this is not a recommendation to open up anything near term. But if we kind of go down the list here, we're looking at what are we looking at doing for this week? So all these are getting rolled out. So we'll see how much more we want to collect on these. Are these so these are the equities left. So we don't have a whole lot more to collect here, just till the end of the week. I might wait another day or two, but I'll probably roll them all out at once. Most of these guys, the DraftKings, MGM, probably when we're down to just a few dollars worth of equity, and then I'll go ahead and roll those out. Those are all stock covered calls here. And then as far as my put credit spreads, we have these four for this week. I have enough confidence that we're not going to see below 700 or the 670-ish, that I'm holding this guy. So that one's the only one I'm slightly uncomfortable with at this point. I'll probably roll that one out sooner than later, just so I can have my comfort. And then moving on to the following week, I mean, we have some 600s, 600, 595, and then everything after that is quite a while, so we have a ways to deal with those. But I'm going to get some of these guys going on. So I had the pleasure of talking to someone on IG, Dylan, today, which was pretty awesome. He reached out to me and just wanted some clarifications on a couple things. And we didn't have a whole lot of time to talk, unfortunately. I hope to do it again. But we just talked about just kind of like his little bit of a journey that he's had so far and kind of his learning and everything. So a few things that I just wanted to mention. I know I've mentioned them in the past, but one of the big things for me is if you guys are just getting started and this is new to you or even semi-new, like weeks, months, don't expect to understand everything within a short period of time. This is a whole new field that you're learning, and so don't expect years and years of education to be able to be gobbled up in a matter of a couple weeks. You'll see terminology thrown out there that won't make any sense. You'll see a lot of things getting thrown around, but if you continue to expose yourself to it, it'll click. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week or next month, but it will click. It's like submerging yourself into another culture and trying to learn a language that way. You hear things and then all of a sudden things start sounding familiar, they start meaning things to you, and you kind of build up on that. And then eventually maybe you still have some some poor linguistics, but you're able to actually have some conversations, maybe order some food, and that's where you'll get with this. So don't worry about rushing it. Don't worry about buying courses. I believe that there is so much information available for free. So many people who are willing to give their time and effort for free and explain so many things that I don't understand the need to have it consolidated in one place. I mean, I guess it's nice, but if you look at Investopedia, how much more consolidation of information do you need? I mean, there's going to be everything that you need in there as far as like what is what, some basic questions that if you don't have them answered, that's a great place to look. Tastyworks is a fantastic option. They tell you how to do things correctly by the book. And then there's people like me who should just be entertainment. Yes, I'll take my time to explain things and explain my mentality and my thought process. It doesn't mean I'm doing it correct. Even when I win and my account goes up, that doesn't mean everything that I'm doing is correct. And by no means this is what you should copy in order to get where I am now. Obviously, if you copied everything exactly, you would be where I'm at. But because we're right on a price doesn't mean we're always correct in the way we're dealing with things. So other than that, everything's looking pretty green. I didn't even see what Tesla ended up at today. Thankfully, it wasn't one of those days where I had to watch it every 20 seconds. Like last week when we were going like dollar by dollar and hoping they showed support at some level. So 718. Not bad at all. So this whole week we're actually up $56 for the week, so that's great. Hopefully, I don't really care if it goes up or not in the immediate future, like over the next weeks. I'm not looking for it to. I don't think there's going to be a huge breakout. Most of the time things do happen a little quicker than I suspect, so who knows. But as long as we keep trading sideways, and by the end of the year we're up above the 800s, it's kind of where I expect things to happen. That is short of any crazy Tesla announcements. So, well, there you go. Next couple days we'll look to start rolling some stuff out, and I will try to do those live as much as I can, just so you can see the step-by-step process, and I'll try to talk through it a little bit better than sometimes I do. Sometimes I know I'm pretty quick on them and just, okay, gonna take this and move it out and don't really explain much. So I know that the actual whys and the hows are more important than what I'm doing, because if you're just looking at what I'm doing, you're not really learning much at that point. So but part of this for me is just in documentation. So I hope you guys have all had a great green day and have a great rest of the week. All right, I will talk to you later, and let's make a lot of money.